This is a Lamborghini. It's a V12 Lamborghini. The flagship, the big one, the bedroom wall poster one. I feel like I might be disturbing the peace. V12 Lamborghinis are generally about as subtle as a brick to the eye. They're the noisy, flamboyant, crazy out there bonkers. It's a Lamborghinis. But this one can be subtle-ish. That's because its 6.5-litre V12 isn't just a V12. It's a hybrid with an 8-speed DCT gearbox. But it doesn't use it just for silence. It uses it for speed. Lots and lots and lots of it. There are 3 electric motors in there, 1 in the gearbox and 2 up front. Tiny-ish, oil-cooled axial flux units. Those are hooked up to a 3.8 kilowatt-hour battery that you can plug in to charge or just let the car do it. With everything working together, this produces a sniff over 1,000 horsepower. 1 to 62 takes 2.5 seconds, and it'll top out at 217 miles an hour. But it's not just a big dumb rocket sled. It is 4-wheel drive, but that V12 petrol engine only drives the rear wheels, with some assistance from the 3rd electric motor. The front wheels are driven by the front 2 electric motors. Add to that rear wheel steer, torque vectoring, and the degree of control over the front 2 motors that means the way it turns it and controls its front end when you're pressing on, I'm told is very impressive. What that means is something I wouldn't normally associate with a Lamborghini. Control. I mean, you kind of have to love Lamborghinis, but I'd fallen out of love with them, if I'm honest, as an adult, really after the Miura. As a kid, I loved the Countach. But at the same age, I also loved a quarter of midget gems and a copy of the Beano comic. So what did I know? It was maybe a danger they were becoming a bit of a cartoon of themselves, a bit of a caricature, even with the introduction of the more serious Audi elements. Oh, this suddenly, to my eyes, feet, and backside, feels like something else. Big fat tires on a damp Welsh road, the grip laterally I'm being offered. Ooh, that's torque vectoring, that's cleverness. God almighty, this feels spectacular. This is nothing like what I was expecting today to be. I thought I'd be driving a comic. I thought I'd be going, ha ha ha! Remember the days when the Countach had silly doors and you couldn't see out of it? And bloody hell. You could say, oh no! Lamborghini were the heroic clown of the car world. Has that all gone? Have they lost their sense of humor? I don't know. I mean, think about it. This car is about £500,000. How many 10-year-olds can afford that? They might love the idea of a crazy car you can barely control, but they're not going to buy one. Even as adults, we all like being childish. But I'd say that's gone with this. Yes, it looks like a cartoon, but even that has been executed brilliantly well. I love the centrally mounted exhaust at the top, at the back. I like the proportions of it. It doesn't look comedically big. There are some childish touches still, thank God. I love the sort of missile launcher affair around the button to start, even to put it in reverse. The protective cages around the window openers in case I accidentally fire a missile or open the window. It's not all grown up. Saying you liked a Lamborghini was kind of admitting, I just want to look really, really cool and drive around and have people look at me. And I don't care that it drives as elegantly as a truck. Now, though, I'm having as much, if not more fun in here as anybody else might be outside looking at it. This is a game changer for me.
Wait, hold on. We've got multiple cameras filming one of the most advanced vehicles in the world, and yet our own crew vehicle that has all of our camera gear inside doesn't have one of its own. We can't have that. Our van carries the team and a lot of specialised camera kit to every single shoot. If anything happens on the road, it's nice to know we've got a record of it. It's time to officially make this van part of the camera crew with this, the VIOFO A329S. Fitting it is straightforward. Clean the windscreen, mount the camera, route the cables, connect the rear and interior cameras, and you're good to go. The interior camera also features infrared night vision, so it can record clearly in low light. VIOFO also offers a waterproof rear camera for vehicles that do not have a rear window. It's not just about picture quality. Hybrid parking mode keeps the camera ready while the van's parked, so if someone bumps it, it'll automatically wake up and start recording. And if something happens while you're driving, voice control means you can save footage without taking your hands off the wheel. If you need to grab a clip, Wi-Fi 6 sends a 1-minute 4K recording to your phone in under 10 seconds, so you don't need to worry about pulling out the SD card. And also, with external SSD support, you don't need to worry about running out of storage on a long trip. Has it earned a place on our crew van? Absolutely. It turns out every member of the camera crew should have a camera of their own. Anyway, let's get back to the Lamborghini.
Just remembered, many, many years ago, on Top Gear, I drove a thing called a Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, and it was an exercise in ultra lightness. And I remember saying then it had a sense of being alive. You could feel the lightness of it. Well, however they went about communicating that in that car, some of it has crept into this one, even though it very definitely isn't light. Oh, I'm not one for supercars. I'm really not. I don't like all show, no go. I don't like the fragility. I don't like the fact that you can't use them. I don't like the fact that half the time they're not as fast as they look. Could be looking at an exception here. It might be the first Lamborghini I could really fall for without having to say, I love it even though, which was always the case before. I had a Gallardo and I loved it even though the switchgear was horribly outdated, full of old Audi stuff. It wasn't that fast, and it had a really dreary automatic gearbox. But I still loved it because it was a Lamborghini. This, there's no qualification required. You could love this without an even though. Lamborghinis are not the subtlest of things, any Lamborghinis. The big V12s, the flagships, even less so. These are not the cars to drive if you wake up in the morning feeling, oh, I don't know, sharp. But if you do with the Revuelto, it has a party piece, I'm told. Because it is a hybrid, I've got different modes on this wheel. Oh, and I've just done it. I'm now running on fully electric. That is a weird experience. It's still not the car I'd use as a pursuit vehicle undercover, because visually it's quite loud even when it's running on electric. There was a danger that going hybrid, it raised the terror of Lamborghini going serious, which, well, I don't know what would happen to the world if they did, but it would be bad. And sure, it uses hybrid technology. It's cleaned up its act a little bit, socially. We always used to say about good supercars and hypercars, they shrank around you. And I'll be honest, Lamborghinis from Diablo on really didn't. They sort of grew, and it felt like you were driving an even bigger car than it actually was. This, very quickly, has become, it feels nimble and lithe. I'm experiencing something different to what those watching outside are seeing. That's not to say it's boring. It's intriguing. I mean, okay, every long-distance supercar drive full of people with dodgy sunglasses and expensive watches is going to be populated by a few of these. But I've got to admit, I'm going to be saluting their choice. This isn't just a comic book character. This is a very, very, very good car. I went in too fast then, and it... yes.